Rhok!
Hey everybody, so I'm doing voiceover because I didn't have a mic in when I was out here, riding around the track. Take it easy on me before you watch this and say, hey, wow, this guy's going really slow, because, again, this is the first time I've ever been on a motocross track. And it's been like a year and a half since I've been on my dirt bike. And if you don't have a dirt bike and a supermoto, although you might think that a supermoto and dirt bike, oh, they're the exact same thing. Really, my supermoto and my YZ250F couldn't feel much more different. The YZ is a lot, it seems a lot narrower and taller and twitchier than the supermoto. The supermoto jumps very... It's hard to get the supermoto to fly level. It either wants to wheelie or it wants to drop the nose really hard. This bike wants to kind of fly pretty level, as you can see on some of the little jumps there. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever been on a motocross track, so I know some of these people are going, oh, this guy's so slow, you suck, why don't you go faster? Well, again, it's, go faster next time. I also didn't have the camera running the whole day, which I don't know why I didn't, but whatever. So, this part coming up here, not this jump, but this one right here, as you can see, I landed that pretty hard. I need to just, that was about the middle of second gear. I need to take that in the middle of third, because I'm landing, it's sort of a double, and I'm landing on the upside of the second part, which sucks. Watching this video, I went, I can kind of see where I was going slower. Like, it seems a lot faster in person when you're actually doing it. This is the whoops. They're weird. They're kind of big, widely spaced whoops. That's a little kicker. And this is the turn right before the sort of the starting point. It's not. There is a start gate for this track. It's way off the other side. That's the kicker on the first double. A couple guys jumped this and ended up going down the side to the right there and crashing off the side. It's one of those big containers. It's buried under the dirt. This here's a nice sort of double, sort of tabletop. Here were some guys getting some good whips on that. This turn was, it felt super sketchy to me because it was so loamy, and then it had that big rut. Let that guy go ahead of me. He was actually going, a good bit faster than I was, as you can obviously tell. I like this angle. I might actually do a couple vlogs using this viewing angle. So this, not this jump here. This jump was alright, but this jump here sucked, and that right there sort of sucked. But that first jump, the one that I said sucked, you would just, again, I wasn't going fast enough. I need to do it in the middle of third gear. Same with that. That I just landed on the upside of the next jump, which sucks. So, this jump here I hated, because again, I wasn't going fast enough, and you land in the middle of the step up where you're not supposed to be riding really. It's really steep, so the bike's just like, wham! And just, you have to floor it to make it up the face. Surprisingly, I'm not really sore. I thought I was gonna. The first time I ever went snowboarding, and here comes that jump again. Blam! Man, I gotta jump that faster. The first time I went snowboarding, I felt like I was drugged behind a truck. The next day. It's 2 days later, and I was a little sore the day after, but not really that bad. Same thing with today, 2 days later. I'm sore, but like I worked out sore, not like I was drugged behind a truck sore. Definitely learned a lot throughout the day. You know, learn the importance of squeezing the bike with your knees. Cut off here a second. So yeah, this is that jump. There's a like 9-year-old embarrassing me. That's that jump that I would land and smash into that next face. This is during the kind of beginner / little bikes session. I'm gonna jump ahead here after a couple of these. I'm gonna show you a couple of these bikes going by. Maybe somebody else will hit this jump. Well, anyway, let me jump ahead. Okay, so starting the bike back up here. Gonna head back out for another lap. This is kind of towards what I'm considering the end of a lap, because where I come onto the track, where most of the people start off on the track, if they're not having starting gate races, right before that big double in front of the container jump. So I'm kind of starting 3/4 of the way through a lap. And here come the whoops. I got a little better at the whoops towards the end of the day. I figured out to just, kind of lean back on the bike and throttle it, and the front end would sort of bounce off the tops, and it would just wheelie between the whoops. It was a lot smoother. This next time, I'm just going to take this in the middle of third gear and see how far I go. When I was going, that jump right there was probably about 8 feet. A little tiny jump. If you do that right, you just skim the top of it. You jump, but you kind of just, like I said, you skim the very top of that container jump there. Same thing, I'm going to hit this in the middle of third gear and see how far I go. And again, that was probably about 8 feet or so. The airs felt a lot bigger when I was getting them, I'll tell you that. I hated this turn. It's just always loose and shitty. This is kind of one of my favorite sections because it was pretty easy. And that jump's nice, I like that jump. That jump I need to take faster, but I don't want to blow this turn. I like this jump's cool. This jump is pretty cool, I need to take a little faster. This jump, I mostly just rolled there because I hated it. Because I need to take it faster. Again, almost every problem I have on this track is because I was going too slow. This jump, I need to go fast. I mean, it's just, the recurring theme here is I need to go faster on the jumps. But it's really just, it was just nerves, because, again, it's the first time I've ever been on a motocross track. I will tell you, I'm pretty addicted. I hated this jump. I just rolled it because I didn't want to deal with landing on that face again. And this, I was topping out second gear through there a couple of times towards the end of the day. I need to just shift to third. That wasn't really an air, that was just like a little wheelie, kind of. There's a little bit of air, and wheel it, bam! Again, I'm landing that so hard, it sucks. So yeah, then it's just this turn. And I was getting better at this turn, going a lot faster. I wish I had video from, towards the end of the day, because I was so much faster than I am in this video. And it's just sort of the last jump. And then the whoops. And I have a little bit of footage from, there was a race later in the day, and I have a little bit of footage of that. And I'll show you that here in a minute. I think I'll just show it to you right now. So this is the starting line. And they're off. And I'm going to hop back on my bike here. And I was finding a little kid riding into the dirt. A big cloud. I'm going to hop back on my bike here and get over to the other main, kind of straight where that double is. So I'm going to head over here, taking a little tour sort of through the parking lot, kind of staging area. As you can see, there were a lot of people there that day. I mean, this is only like a third of the trucks, people. There's this like weird lake pond thing there. sucks is when I sit here, I kind of notice that I didn't very strategically place my handlebars. They were kind of in the way. But let's just hang out here for a couple minutes and watch the people go flying by. I think that was this girl that was near us. There's one guy coming up here that whips it really badass. That guy landed nose down every time. Where is this? There's a blue YZ250 two-stroke with yellow numbers and whips. You can kind of see the rest of the track going through over there. They were like these hot motocross babes. They're like, you know, they had boots and I didn't see them riding, but they had boots and riding pants, and they're just walking around in sports bras, just smoking bodies. I didn't actually see them riding. I only saw there was only one girl that was riding. She was with us, and she was pretty freaking fast. Where's that guy that whips? He should be coming up any minute now. A bunch of people had pit bikes. You can see this guy has that kind of moped next to me there. A little Kawasaki like 80 or whatever it is. I really want a little bike like that, like an 80. A CRF 50 with like a 140 kit and the adult springs would be awesome. Like I said, I think I can't tell, it's going by too fast, but if that's the orange KTM, I think that's the girl that was with us. She had a KTM 250 4-stroke. There we go, there's that guy that whips. He was nailing some pretty sweet whips every time he went over that. The one guy that was with us, I guess, he apparently used to be a pro racer in Japan. I guess the Japanese professional motocross racers aren't anywhere near the level as our professional motocross racers. So he was like, you know, awesome and pro over there, whereas here he's like, you know, he's not pro. He's ridiculously fast. Actually, I wish I would have had the camera on. At one point, I was taking a turn. This was on one of my fastest laps too, and all of a sudden he wheelies past me as I'm coming out of the turn, just like on the back wheel, past me. I was like, damn. I only got roosted bad once the whole day. This guy on a Honda passed me and just nailed it. Freaking golf ball size hunks of mud were hitting me in the face and the chest, but that's cool. I had body armor on, so it didn't really matter. This was a pretty cool spot to hang out and just kind of watch. There's that guy with the whips again. He was, every jump he went off of, he was whipping like that. And the funny thing is, like, for having like the stylish whips, he was pretty far back in the pack. You know, so he was more of a showing off kind of racer than an actual like winning races kind of racer, I guess. I can't really hold that against him because he's a hell of a lot faster than I am. You know, I'd love to be able to do whips like that, you know, maybe someday. I'm going to start going like at least once a month, maybe 2 or 3 times a month. The guy I went with is actually, he's a local guy, he's actually one of my subs. Hey, what's up, dude? He's probably watching this. I guess he says he goes out pretty much every weekend, so it's cool with, you know, with throwing my bike in the truck and going with him. I am down for that. I'm not going to go every weekend, I don't think, but I had originally thought maybe I'd go like once a month, but I think I'm going to, you know, I'm gonna go like 2 or 3 times a month, I think. Big air wheelie at the. There we go, right there. That was the dude. That guy right there just did that big kind of air wheelie. That was the guy that was pro in Japan. That's the guy that wheelied past me, you know. So. All right, guys, I'm gonna go since this is sort of the end of it. Probably, you know. See, that guy landed nose down every time. Should just hit the throttle, I guess, maybe a little more. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. So I will see you all later. Bye.